Well, yeah, I'm just, I am surrendering myself to GG Allen jail because I was going to research some topics, but it just was kind of depressing me with all of the online drama. And also, uh, a gift was been given to me in the form of Harper's Magazine's open letter on justice and open debate, if anyone knows about this.
I
It
have
is
not seen anything about this except that you mentioned it earlier. Like, I don't know what's up with this at all.
well, you know how J.K. Rowling won't log off?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, a bunch of supporters of her, in fact, generally, the ratioed on Twitter, uh, put a very vaguely worded open letter
Oh no.
into Harper's Magazine against, basically against canceling, quote unquote. And it's quite embarrassing, to be honest. Uh, it's so vague. That's what gets me about it. Like, a lot of people have, like, signed it, and it's basically just sort of, "Be nice to me on Twitter," the letter.
Nice.
And, yeah, it's about everything saying, yeah, like, yeah, there's been, like, a lot of powerful protests out there, and there should be greater equality. But on the other side, the left side, people are being, like, ostracized and
Oh
hunted
no,
down
no,
and
no!
killed.
I read this open letter, like I
Yeah.
skimmed through it, after my eyes glazing over as like a demon of like Lovecraftian horror just like took control of my eyes, and I noticed. Um, so would you say being a turf and an anarchist are mutually exclusive?
I would say so, yes.
Probably, sure.
Not if you're Noam fucking Trotsky.
Yep.
Noam Trotsky?
Yeah,
Do you
Noam
mean do you
Chomsky
mean
signed the
Chomsky?
letter.
Yeah, you said
Sorry, Noam yeah, Chomsky, not
Chomsky, yeah, not Trotsky.
Trotsky.
Noam Trotsky. Fleeing from the Soviet Union. Talking very slowly, Noam Trotsky says.
Yeah, disappointed all right. But mind you, the thing that's coming out about this letter is that it's so vaguely worded, and it could mean literally you could read literally
Yeah,
anything
like
into this. And, you know, people have already, announced that they want to be taken off the list after finding out who it was that made this letter. And some people have been put on the list without their consent
oh jeez.
as well. So they've been asking like, "No, our intern, asked to be put to be for them to be put on this list. We didn't actually okay this at all." And yeah, there's already the list has for people signing it has been shortened, but not Noam Chomsky.
I feel
Wait,
like with Chomsky, he's so fucking old at this point that I don't think he knows any of what's going on here. I'm not sure if he knows
It's
what Twitter is, or canceling is, or TERFs are, or who J.K. Rowling is, or any of this stuff. I feel like if this letter is really vaguely worded, he might just have agreed without really knowing what's going on.
yeah,
I
I
don't think
mean,
Noam Chomsky is very online, honestly.
no, he's not. So who made this like thing?
well, we don't know the specifics. It's still kind of coming out, but it seems to be on a list serve that Jesse Signal was a part of. And if you don't know who Jesse Signal is, he's a, a journalist? Question mark. Who is very transphobic and like is currently making a huge deal of a trans woman wanting to be taken off the list and wanting to disassociate from this open letter. Like, he's basically just calling her a traitor and a liar and stuff. And I do think that it was like she was one of the token, minorities on the list.
Yeah.
So that's possible, but we don't quite know who is the person behind it, but it's probably people on that listserv
Yeah.
from the rumors I'm
Um.
hearing.
So I actually don't know a lot about Jesse Signal.
Jesse Segael is related.
Guile,
It's related to Steven Segael.
through the looking glass. They're the same person. Yeah, they're generally just like shit. I might actually have to talk about him at some point because there is a lot going on with him.
Nice,
But
nice.
yeah, basically he's one of the sort of liberal, neoliberal media people that is constantly online and is constantly complaining about being cancelled and silenced, yet never shuts up. You know,
Do you think
yeah.
this might be like how Steven Seagal, sorry, went undercover in a police department for like 20 years secretly, but like being a journalist instead?
Yeah, I mean, maybe that'll explain a lot of the, you know, that would explain a lot, to be honest. Especially since, like, he hasn't done any real journalism for a while. It's just sort
Yeah,
of his.
much like Steven Seagal doesn't do any real police work either.
I think he might be a diversity hire. Like they wanted someone with shit opinions to go and mix with the good opinions in their publications. So
Yeah.
they'll give him one.
Oh, also, Margaret Atwood is on this list.
I know, which is really strange, which I mean, I can't exactly say that, oh, she didn't read it and stuff, because well, she's a writer, it's her business. She should be knowing about it. But it is worth noting with Margaret Atwood, like she signed this, but she also is currently getting harassed by TERFs on Twitter for saying that like her novel is inclusive of trans women and that trans women are women. Like in Gilead, it's like it's canon that gay people and trans people were persecuted and killed for being gender deviant. So this whole turf fan fiction that they've built up that actually trans women are in control and like and are handmaidens, of the patriarchy. It's not true. Sorry.
Do you think she's really old too, right? It might be a similar thing of misinterpreting it because she doesn't have any context for the drama.
I mean, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. That would make sense considering her words. So, yeah, I wish she would just now that she's had some context. No, I think that she should take her name off it. If she consented to it, like there's a possibility she didn't even consent to it. Like judging by what a lot of people have said, that previously being on the list, like they didn't even know they were on, the open letter as a signatory. So that might be the case here. We honestly don't know at this point.
Um, she's like 80.
Oh well. Oh yeah, then she definitely might be too old to know what's going on here.
The ageism is real, folks.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just don't see like ancient Margaret Atwood and Noam Chomsky sitting on their phones, being extremely online, embroiled in Twitter drama, tweeting about the
Yeah.
Sky House or whatever, the latest
I
drama.
I guess.
Just don't see it.
Although Margaret
Uh,
Atwood, is on Twitter though. I will
I
say
mean,
that.
yeah, sure, but it's like, is she the one really running it, or does she have like a social media intern for that?
Hmm, you might be right.
Do we have anything more on the topic of this list, or do we want to go on to the episode?
Uh, well, I will say that frequent Epstein play flyer, Steven Pinker is on the list, so make of that what you will.
Speaking of frequent Epstein flyers, did you see the Ghislaine Maxwell Reddit thing?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, I don't know if that's true. We don't know if that's true. I want it to be
I
true.
want to believe. Like, the evidence is obviously just circumstantial, but it seems like fairly compelling nonetheless. Like, decently compelling. It could all be a coincidence, or like a troll even, but I want to believe.
I like to believe that she is the highest rated poster on Reddit. That would
Yeah.
be
I
very
think
that would be
she's
very
the
2020.
yeah, I think she's the 8th highest in terms of karma I read somewhere. Which
Hmm,
is well, Jesus Christ.
maybe give us some Reddit gold, everyone. She's gonna need it.
Yeah, she's gonna need it. Ghislaine Maxwell tweeting, "Thank you, kind stranger, for the Reddit gold from jail."
Well, laugh now, she'll be dead soon.
Yeah, yeah.